round gets underway, we will see Denial starting on T side, as it was their map pick. Infinity getting that ever so wanted CT side of Inferno, making it much easier for Infinity to start it off with.
Heavily favored to Infinity on the odds. Almost,
really?
almost 4-1. It was like
Ooh.
3.6 up there to 1. That was.
I'll take those odds.
Those are some pretty good odds, and I feel like Denial could actually push this game into the latter parts in this map, actually. So this will be interesting to see how it plays out. I think Denial just need to be playing a little bit less aggressive. They love this just go to town on them strategies. It doesn't seem to matter what map. We've got to see them on a couple maps so far. This is the second time we see them play on Inferno. They are starting off on the T side as well. They're walking right into the B site, which is 3 defenders. Everybody's got armor except for Spamsy. He's going to be the man with the kit. No utility, though.
The smoke's coming in now, and that's actually going to block the front sight for the Coffin. So the T's now moving in. They've taken water. They're wrapping onto the site. But Malb's picking up Sickly now as Vati and Bluemeister take down Spamsy and Davies.
Get skinny points. Oh, he's opened up an angle for himself as well. 2 kills as well. Good luck planting the bomb out there. Link is able to get down into water, but Points is continually just removing domes from the shoulders. Sam has a smart move right now. He knows Points is a threat on the site, so just deal with Cruising. Put your back against that wall and try and do something. 1v1. They're actually going to give him this 1v1, it seems. He's going to end up on the peak. He goes fast. He needed to wrap that corner and really tuck in again. Sam goes down. Points the saving grace on that hold. I love that he knew construction was sacrificed, so he went to the wall side, the orange box side of the quad box.
And really those first 2 members of his side going down early, I believe Davies as well as Spamsy falling in the B-bomb site, is really what's going to prompt him to start popping up on the kill feed there, because the Denial members really thought that site was empty. So they're going to be rolling in. Points makes that contact. He hits that first shot, that amazing shot on the player moving towards Tribox, picks up a second kill as well, and from there we start seeing Infinity slowly crawling back into the round win potential.
Yeah, just good movement from Points in that last round. And now Denial have only invested up in a handful of P250s and trying to pick up a frag or 2. Not unrealistic to look at a round win here unless the Infinity players, Spamsy and Points, get a little bit ahead of themselves and start to get close to these players over towards B. But in fact, the first kill goes the way against Cruisin' over there towards the A site. That might make it a little bit more attractive for Denial to stop this fight on Banana before they fall behind.
Okay, Denial with this lull in the round here, not really consolidating their members. They're going to stay separated as we see Cruisin' still, or Bluemeister still towards the end of halls off that pick from Cruisin'. And it does look like Denial are going to be moving back towards B as we pass the 50-second mark on the clock.
Hey, we saw Cruisin' there chilling out on the B apartments, slouching on the job. So Spamsy right now in the boost position. It does look like the B aggression will return. Points takes the Coffin spot. This is a great angle for him at this range, but man, they took that Vomus away from Cruisin', and they've turned this thing all the way back towards the B site. Been given a lot of time, been given a lot of real estate from Infinity on this round. It's going to come down to your 2 defenders up here. And Denial are taking their sweet time, trying to bait out whatever utility remains in the round. And with 17 seconds, they're going to slowly walk across. The timing was almost there for them to get past the Points' field of view. They've got 3 kills lined up. They've lost their SMG on the front lines. Can they get a bomb plant? Not so, not this time. Not with Points still alive. He just absolutely backhands Sickly there with the USP. I love the follow-through shots. When they just go for the shot and they time it just right and they follow through.
Okay, Denial now will be picking up these rifles. Infinity, that was a very costly round for them, only losing 2 members there, first towards those A apartments and then towards B. Their money not looking too good. We are going to see an MP9 back on the field as well as a Thomas on the back of Cruisin', but this is an opportunity for Denial to get on the board very early here and take that, well, driver's seat as they'll force Infinity onto an eco.
Yeah, if they can. Got to get past those rifles that are in there.
They do.
You've got the top to bottom rifle stack. It's AUG, M4, and then Thomas. There's a second AUG up there too. So you have pretty good amount of firepower if you're on Infinity's side. A lot of times you end up with 2, 3 SMGs in this 3rd round. So they're actually pretty appropriately purchased up with a heavy dose of utility to speak for as well. And they're not, oh, that was almost scary. They're not liberally applying this. And that's what can happen as well when you don't liberally apply it. You throw those peak grenades, those dry grenades out, and you almost get picked off.
Okay, and Denial now, they pressured on to B. They're going to slow it down into this round. It does look like they're looking for the execute towards that portion of the map. It does seem like they're going to pick up their pace in efforts to do so.
Again, your same two here. Points and Spamsy working well together so far. They have typically lost one player on this defense, but the second player then takes that as a martyr and then runs away with it. So Denial are stacked up on Banana. Rotations are quick too. Davies could come here, but he's got a lowly little MP9, and here comes the onslaught. Late smokes for the cross. We've seen them actually wrap this B site a couple times. That smoke finally blooms. That's going to stand there for quite some time. Spamsy spamming wildly is able to pick up one. Now Points doing what Points does. He is staying alive right now behind the quad box. He's got an extra kill and another one. He's going for 4, but he is fire. Actually, it would have been the ace. It would have been a massive ace hold, but only Vati is left. 12 seconds. Again, problems with the bomb, problems with the late executes, but it is really Points that's making that push stale.
Yeah, another great B hold coming out from Points, able to take down 4 in effort to get Infinity, their third on the board. Unfortunately for Denial, they're moving into the site, not really being too quick on those trades. You're going to see a lot of isolation frags for Points. He's able to take those 1v1 duels over and over again, and Denial not having an answer for it allows the Infinity rotations to come in, and at that point, Vati stuck in that 1v3 situation, not able to do much.
What's awesome about Points is he's able to get these high frag kills counts from many places in the B site. He's done it from quad. He's done it from I'm sorry, what was the next position? He did it from coffins as well. So his position is changing. It's rotating around that B site. He's just as effective each time. So how effective can Denial's utility be when they don't know where he's actually defaulting at?
Exactly. And that nade kill coming out onto Sam A will give Infinity the man advantage. We are seeing some pistols on the side of Denial, but not too much else. They have some flashes, some smokes, but it does look like this round should be pretty cut and dry in favor of Infinity, unless Denial have some shots in store for us.
I like that they've decided to go towards A this time. They're like, okay, where is Points not at? Let's try our hand over towards the A site. It's a deco. They've got themselves plenty of those, and they can reach out and pop you right in the nose. Malbs is in pit. They've got help out here as well. Cruisin' is in pit as well. Some late, well-timed utility. As Denial, we're starting to think about it. Spamsy got bored, though, over towards that B site. He ends up pushing ahead. Both of them do. They've been captured Denial. There's nowhere left for them to go. Sickly in the lane right now behind the hay cart. Misses left and then right, and all 5 survive for Infinity. So far that B team's looking real good, man. They got the timings right, they got their defense right, and they got their attacks right as well. But look at the kill difference. Points has 12 kills. The next kills on his team, 3 for Spamsy.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just been, as we move into this 5th round now, the majority of rounds have taken place at B, giving the opportunity for Points to really shine, and he's taken them. 12-1 is what he's sitting at now, and as we move into the 5th round, Denial buying up these guns. It's going to look like they're not going to pressure B very early on, and Infinity in response won't be going aggressive towards the end of Banana.
Yeah, that's Points and Spamsy have 15 kills combined. Cruisin', Davies, and Malbs have 5. So you have 3 times as many kills in those 2 players than you do for the remaining 3.
Yep.
That's how often the B time is being pressured. And just that last round, they finally go and hit A, and still Spamsy and Points end up taking that one. So now they hold again. There's going to be rifles coming their direction, a lot of Molotovs for Denial. They need to absolutely immolate this B site, make it where there's nowhere left to hide. They're pushing up really far on this. Dry peaks. Spamsy's able to get 1, but Sam takes the 2. Maybe that's the way to do it. Don't wait until the last waning seconds of the round and give the utility advantage to Infinity. So now the bomb is going to be in a foot race over towards this B site, while Davies is quick to come back. He's fast on the rotation, but a second fresh smoke has come up on CT, and there's no entry at this point.
Well, actually, Points got caught switching guns there towards the entrance of Banana. The smoke was perfect for them, and in fact, Denial forced it, but because Points was switching his weapons, when we do see those players on Denial start sneaking through the smoke, it's going to be Points getting caught out, and that's going to be an easy entry for them as Vati and Sickly take down Cruisin' and Malbs. It will be the round going to Denial.
Yeah.
First on the board for them, and what great entries into that B site.
Oh, absolutely sure. Sam, who was a big fragger on the first map of Mirage, is probably going to be a big fragger here too. So Denial end up taking that round on that aggression. They were able to keep 3 players alive as well, but great transfer right there from Sam from one target to the next. I mean, what more can you do?
I'm not sure if Points was thinking about throwing a nade and there was a little bit of miscommunication because his teammate ended up smoking the front of Banana, I do believe. But Points was quick switching his weapons, and that's really what bit him there in that round. It's very unfortunate to see.
Okay, you got Infinity able to buy up more guns on this, and usually if you're CT side, those 3-4 rounds in a row and then the T's are able to come back, usually there's not enough money this early to be able to buy again. So it's lucky though that Infinity are able to win rounds so healthy, and now they've got an AWP on this B site. So that rock suddenly became an even harder place to try and crack.
Yeah, Sam A also caught a massive nade. So did Link, but Link is obviously buried 6 feet under for the time being. Sam A though, he's taking that nade damage. He's still going to keep pressuring the B bomb site, and Infinity are just going to tighten up their defenses, go into that passive play, let Denial work for their dinner essentially at this point. And how are they going to get it?
They're going to set up for some smokes that strike the A site, but you still have 2 players that are on Banana with the bomb way back towards T-spawn, so those smokes aren't going to be that useful. I feel like those are almost just fakes and a quicker rotation over towards B yet again. Points has taken up a new position, one that he hasn't been on. He's up on top of first oranges. Actually, though, I thought Denial were actually going to fake this towards A, but it might just be a little bit of a double fake and back into A again.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to leave Sickly towards this banana area as they head up towards middle. Sam A picking up 2 very fast kills onto Malbs as well as Cruz. And now Blue takes down Davies, and this should be the round going the way of Denial very quickly.
Yeah, no chance for the rotation here. It is 4v2. And sure, you did a lot of damage to Sam and you did a lot of damage to Vati, but I think it's best for Infinity just to hold on to these 2 weapons. You're not going to be able to buy into the next round. The richest player behind those 2 is Davies at $450, and 100 and then 50 for Cruisin' and Malbs. So you're not going to be able to do all that much in the next round anyway, but at least an AWP and an M4 is better than nothing, especially with a kit that could be in play still.
But you do have Sickly now being this dirty lurk towards the banana, not giving Infinity too much opportunity to just fall back. He is going to be heading into the site solo on his own. Is he able to pick up this first frag?
They're both behind the new box. Sickly climbing the oranges, jumping into the site. He's going to have 2 players lined up. He's got them both. He will, in fact, dump the entire mag at the end and take the AWP at the end of the round. Last waning seconds of that one as the bomb was just starting to detonate, and Denial prevent the save.
Okay, Infinity now will be looking towards their full save as Denial should be getting their 3rd fairly easily. Infinity, if they can pick up some weapons, if they can get some AKs in their hands, that's going to be tremendous. Here's that double kill from Sam to essentially just tear open that A site for him.
And they turned around, and Blue got the kill as well over towards the arch side of the brackets. So all 3 of those defenders on the A site were quickly wiped out. And look at this stack over now for Infinity. 4 to B. They might send the first 2 in early. They're going to try and do a little bit of quad peek. Wide out, they're able to get 1. That's linked down, and nobody is there to defend this rifle. They just grab that and run off. Beautiful trade from them. But the bomb was so far back, Denial, who had seen probably 3 at least players at top banana, could not respond to the A site as fast as they had wanted to.
Yeah, now look at Points, who's made his way towards the bottom of these stairs. If he's able to catch off Vati, and he is, that's the bomb so far back as these rotations are going to be coming in.
Oh, and look at Malbs. Malbs is behind the guys that just went into Boiler. He spotted 1, and he is right in behind them. This is going to be a surprise because he's got the AK. Easy shot against Sickly. Taps him in the dome, and he's got a couple more targets. Look at the flanks coming in. Everybody is beside and behind everyone else. It is only Sam. If anybody can do it, it's this man right now. 1v2. He's got the bomb in play still, at least. That's favoring him, but I love this from Infinity. They back off of that angle. They say, fine, we've done enough fighting in here. Let's back off. Force Sam to go into a plant, and as soon as he touches the bomb down, then you might be able to swing him. They put themselves in mid, almost over towards alt mid, as a matter of fact. Malbs is over there. And Sam, if he plants this bomb while both of Davies and Malbs are disconnected from this, yeah, he really could.
Moving into the A site now, I do imagine the bomb will be going down shortly. Malbs as well as Davies moving back through halls. Davies will be able to recover this AK. And now it might be a little bit of a bait and switch setup here as Malbs going to peek out first. And let's see if he can catch Sam off.
Well, they got no kits, but look at Sam.
Spot him.
Sam's going around the world. He'll take a long haul, and this would be wise, too, because you don't expect your CTs to be coming up mid and then over towards arches to attack that site. Now they may have touched the bomb. They're over on it. Sam has to swing out. He's been heard. He's got the first, and he does great damage to Davies. He's going to bang this Molotov, but it's only going to land on top of the Ninja box. But look at Sam. A wise play. He'll just back off, and he'll reset, and there is no defusing that bomb at this point. He would be wise to evacuate the site. But what a recovery, but what a great eco round for Infinity. I mean, they did that with USPs.
Yeah, massive round for Infinity in there, being able to take down 4 members with just USPs like you mentioned, really off of that first kill from points, being able to drop Vati, who's bringing that bomb up towards the bottom of T stairs. After taking that player down, that's when really the rest of the Infinity players are able to just open up across the map.
Every angle was a bait and switch. It just managed to play perfectly for Infinity. As soon as somebody from Denial spotted or heard another player, for example, that kill in the balcony room, then everybody turned and looked towards that corner. They ignored the fact to the long haul in the apartments, and then they get broadsided from there. Everything just ended up working out really well. So we got rifles back for Infinity. However, Sickly was able to peel off the first player. Your 2-1-2 defense is starting to shift around. The B team now rotating around, actually on a quick flank. Spamsy is directly in behind as the A site starts to get executed. Malbs up on top of the Ninja box. Cruising is dead center on the site. He's got the first. He's able to duck and cover as well. But 2 quick kills in response for these players is not looking too hot. Great spray from Malbs. He's got 2, almost converting for the third as well. If anybody, again, is able to pull off a clutch, it's points now to the other end. Flashes come his way just as he looks to peek that one. His eyes will burn, but hopefully he's able to respond back. Denial are probably going to be pretty skittish about going against points in a 1v2.
Now Vati,
He's been
did
spotted.
he spot him?
Yeah, he definitely spotted him.
Okay, points now getting up onto Graveyard here. Sickly, is he going to be able to find anything? Sickly goes towards lane, and that's going to give points the opportunity to take down Vati now, drop the smoke onto the bomb, and is he going to stick it? Full 10-second defuse?
Well, he didn't quite touch it. He's got a Molotov. He's going against Sickly, so now he's got a kit.
Good opportunity
There's
here.
gonna
He's
be a spam.
going to get it.
Oh, he's super skinny against the wall. He can't find him. Sickly's probably wondering, what the heck? How could I not spray him? Somehow Points was able to get up there and actually get tucked into the side of the box.
Yeah.
Like he was up on top of the ledge, and it was a cloud there. So I think he should have recognized it from Sickly. That possibly that he would have been able to see some shoes under there because that smoke landed up on top of the ledge. But man, what did he get away with a round?
Yeah, definitely a hard round for Infinity to pick up that 2v1 in the moment. Sickly does get the kill at the end of time, so that AUG isn't going to be recovered. Looking at the utility, looking at the buy here from Infinity, well, it is a rough one. Famas is across the field. We see the MP9 as well. Denial does look like they want to favor middle right off the bat here, and they're going to pressure this.
Oh, Link pops out. The Molotov bursted, and he decided to go aggro on it. And as soon as he cleared that one angle, he just ended up looking the other direction. The timing was awful. Sam A, now man alive. He's wounded, and he'll be cleaned up. And what an important kill to get against Denial. 2v3 now. They're playing from behind. They're getting some frags. It's not going to be enough. A very rapid round, as is tradition for Denial.
Denial looking towards middle there very early on, but you called it best there. Towards the right side of middle, Link getting taken down. And from there, you see the Infinity players go into more of a consolidated setup within that A bomb site. Denial trying to pop out of halls, trying to explode, but you're going to see Davies really just put an end to that as soon as it begins. Sickly does get a couple entries to make it look nice, but the setup from Infinity was able to hold them back.
Well, Denial have bought down into this round again. They'll have max loss bonus in the next, but that's not going to be enough considering they're all below $1,000. So that's the cutoff point. You should end up with a half buy in the next round for Denial if they lose this one. And I'm only assuming that because their utility suffers, their rifle suffer. They've lost Sam A, your most impactful player so far in this match, right out of the gates.
Okay, and Denial now very slow here. They have taken the top of Car Dallas, and this is good as far as defaults are concerned because that is a massive amount of room to actually have, a massive amount of space to work with on the map, and the remaining players will be coming in behind towards this car for this B execute. And looking at points as well as Spamsy has a Molotov. So once this execute begins, he's going to drop that down, delay the rotations or delay the execute, allow rotations to come in.
Oh, this timing could be bad.
I
think they were going to take their time and get a boost going for themselves, but now they both end up towards CT. Spamsy gets the first 2, and now the T-smoke blooms. A bit late. I mean, way late at that point. I would say you can't be executing that without the CT smoke. Sickly and Blue are the last men up, but they are quickly starting to run out of real estate. You can see them getting chipped up. Sickly down to 38, Blue at the 30s as well, and now all the smokes are starting to clear out. Nice peek right there from Blue, almost a double peek as well, because Sickly was coming out of dark. And right now, you don't need to push this into infinity. You have to make them plant that bomb. Let them simmer a bit. Let them.
Yep.
Let them get a little bit nervous. 1v3 now. Yeah, it's not going to work in the end of the day. But the time was going to expire at that point. And sometimes you have to think. I don't see it too often. Why not try and clock a guy?
So at that point right there in the round, Denial moving into that B bomb site, that's what I was bringing up, the fact that Spamsy had that full utility, or close to. He drops that Molotov while the T's are rushing in, dividing the T rush essentially, forcing them against that close wall. So when they cross into the site, Spamsy catches 2 of them with a really great spray there in that moment. Does get taken down, the smoke does bloom. You see a little bit of shine coming out from Blue as he picks up a couple kills, but really without any utility, being on such low HP for Denial, there is just only so much they can do within that site, Dallas, and at that point, Infinity, they're able to get their rotations over and they clean that round up fairly easily.
Yeah, and Denial are into the half-buy. It's going to have 2 smokes, 3 smokes now. Those are the important ones. So this could work for just about any site they want. They could do B with a smoke to CT.
They're rushing B.
Are they?
Yep.
Sprinting B?
Sprinting right into B. They threw the early smoke that's going to land in spawn, actually, so they're going to keep on going.
I like this call. Both of those default players on the B site decide to just back up. A little bit of chip damage on the first one, so it's not going to make that much of a difference, but if they can get to water, they can get those headshot angles. It'll be difficult targets to acquire. Points staying alive at 8 HP, now going for the shoulder, peeks out. He's got some help. Davies has shown up a bit late, but still 1 for 1. It's 2v2 right now, and you got wounded CT player, that being Cruisin'. Plenty of guns to be able to recover, but still pistols in play for those terrorists. Now they're starting to run out of room. The bomb plant's great. This is an amazing round for Denial already.
Yeah, Maul's really the only one with HP. He is able to take down Vadi, and that will be the round, but what a costly round for the Infinity side. Losing 3 members there to Denial will prompt them to just burn into their economy going into the next round, as those 2 will need to drop weapons to those 3 that went down. So for Denial, a slight success within that round, but really not being able to convert on it is going to give Infinity their 8th.
The bomb plant wasn't even entirely necessary either. So it was just a good round for Denial to end up getting kills, because they were going to have rifles on this round anyway. They would have had an op out here anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. So doing that legwork keeps them within range economically of Infinity, who are just barely afloat right now. The bobbers going above and below water for Infinity. If they were to lose this round, they would be on a pretty quick eco themselves.
Denial moving very quickly towards middle. Davies now, he will be the solo member really to face off, throwing those nades. We do see Malbs towards the under porch area, but he's not going to be contended against. It will be Denial falling back off that smoke towards middle, waiting it out, giving the opportunity for Infinity to reset their positions, and we're actually going to see the rotation come over towards A from points.
Big, heavy A stance right now. Spamsy is alone. He's got a fresh smoke to bottom banana. And that was his last smoke, obviously, but still having 3 grenades. He can keep Denial at bay if they do turn their attention into the B site. But Denial.
I think Denial are going to do a Halls pop once again, but look at Sickly towards the end with this op. If anybody on the Infinity side, Dallas, just moved the wrong way, Sickly's going to be able to pick up a nice kill.
Yeah, and Points is holding the arch side to make sure the rotation doesn't come there. Excellent Molotov. Your Halls pop can't happen. So that's going to burn out. Sam will be picked off by Points. Again, like he was your arch player, he'll end up taking down the MVP. Now the bomb, thinking about going arch side, has to come back because you don't own that territory. In sight though, Davies, he's just got to smoke out in front of him. If it's going to be a plant, it's going to be in the default position, and Davies can just memory this one right into position for the kill. Cruising though, still in pit. Very valuable spot. Davies able to get one, and suddenly it's a 1v1 of all things. After all the chaos, Spamsy versus Link, op versus rifle. 10 seconds though, and Link planting it, safe from library.
All right, into the 1v1 now we go. Link, this is a massive round for him to be able to pick up. Spamsy just waiting this one out. Link with a little bit of a fake smoke. Spamsy knows exactly where it is, but Link, some great shooting to actually close that one up. Denial are going to get their fourth.
Yeah, Link being behind that box, smoking behind him as well, playing that headshot angle towards his library. So, of course, there was that last kill from Spamsy that came from that direction. So you're able to know, for the most part, that he's probably going to be coming to Moto side. And since you're playing headshot angle, it doesn't matter that you're at 20 HP. You're gonna take a headshot fight, and you either hit it or you don't.
Exactly. Spamsy not being able to connect onto that, and Infinity, just the lack of money has prompted them onto an eco as we near the end of this first half. It's looking like Denial will be able to cover a couple rounds here and make this a little bit more competitive for themselves.
Yep. I expect Denial to make this a close game. I'm still on board with that idea that this is a pretty even match on Inferno. So, two Halls aggressors, Points and Malbs. The last eco round we had from Infinity came down to a 2v1 in their favor that they ended up losing. So, now they've lost 2 players out of the gates. Spamsy's on first corner here. And they sense that somebody's up here. Oh, yeah, that Molotov's there. Points gets a kill, though, on the back lines. And again, they keep getting broadsided. Everybody turns and looks one direction after one kill or the other, and now Points has a CZ and an AWP. There was actually an angle right there. He goes with the AK favor, but Sam is going to watch that spot. I think Points may have been baited by watching the player, just catching a glimpse of him through the bottom corner of that smoke going up mid. So he went for the pursuit. Again, a successful round for Infinity, considering they just had some pistols. But whenever they latch on, they all manage to get in close enough they can all start attacking at the exact same time, and then you get these broadsides. Points is able to get a couple kills on players that are unsuspecting because there's just kills coming from Banana, there's kills from T-Spawn. It's all at the same time. Infinity are able to outmaneuver Denial. They just don't have.
Now, if Infinity was playing these gun rounds the exact same way, I feel like they would just be absolutely smashing Denial, because these are some very unorthodox pushes, and they're catching the Denial players off. But the thing that bites them is, at the end, is either the lack of armor or maybe the firepower that they really don't have, whether it be reloading that CZ or trying to take the fight with the Deagle. And that's really what's hindering them to having round success. If they had this same type of aggression with M4s, yeah, we might actually see them end up pulling some of these rounds off.
Yeah, but I mean, do you have the balls to be able to try into those pushes with M4s? I don't know, man.
That's a good
point. Those are some pretty brave moves. It's easy to make that decision when you have pistols and you don't invest in that round.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see what they do. Right now, it looks like they will boost Malbs up on top of the little rafters up here above the porch. Be able to hold this angle right now. That makes the A side a little bit more difficult to try and take. Davies is holding the arch side, and we start to see this ugly monster rear its head, where Infinity have really started to struggle economically.
Yeah.
Instead of playing for the 15th round where they would have had M4s and an AWP and more than this, they instead go for the push. They instead sit with FAMASs, a couple AUGs, and a really weak utility setup. In fact, no kits either.
Okay, now taking their time here towards middle, not really forcing it, not going to pressure the issue unless they are comfortable doing so. They have taken brackets control now. It's giving them a little bit of breathing room as we near the 45-second mark on the round, and Lane is looking like what they're going to be favoring to hit.
Well, last time we saw a 4v4 on this site, it came down to a 1v1. Right now, heavily favored to the CTs. It is 4v1. Link's able to get in close, gets himself 2 quick kills, but still some time to work with. The bomb, though, is out on the middle of the street.
This is too hard.
And sometimes you just have to look twice before crossing. Link, he has to worry about what's coming northbound and southbound down the street, and he might get broadsided by a motorcycle here in a second.
Cruising, making that contact, picking up that frag, and Infinity will be moving on to 9, Dallas. And just when we thought Denial was going to be sneaking their way back into this half, Infinity pull off a great round there. Link, a little bit of opportunity for him to shine, but Infinity putting an end to that as soon as it begins.
Yeah, well, here's Cruising. He just had people like falling into his lap, literally. He ended up with the first kill, dropped out in front of him. The second one was looking down the street. That was the bomb carrier. The bomb dropped in the street because of that. And now Infinity have a command on it. So that's why I'm not the in-game leader. I don't make these calls. Now they have a chance to pick up 2 rounds rather than 1. They are going to throw these grenades down in towards T-Spawn. Good damage, but Link's able to pick up 1. Finally, a trade, though. Otherwise, though, you're still fighting uphill. The B site is open, but the bomb is disconnected from that crew. They need to be able to come back and save this man. Save Blue. Oh, Spamsy.
Oh my
His
god.
vision's going to clear. He's blind as
He
a
caught
bat.
so many flashes there. I feel so bad for him. The opportunity was about to land in his lap, but oh my goodness, Dallas, all those flashbangs.
He could have picked up 2 kills right there and made it a 2v2, or more likely than not, still a 1v2. Favored to Denial when he was traded. And that's how it's going to wash out. A 9-6 first half.
Yeah.
Infinity end up picking up one of those rounds. I thought they were going to get one regardless, whether they saved or half bought in that second to last and they got a full buy in the next. Whatever, man. 9-6, pretty straightforward, pretty standard for Inferno.
Yeah, points really coming alive there, finishing up the half 21-9. Of course, looking at it, Infinity could have had many more rounds in front of them. I really feel like they fell apart towards the end of that half. Denial really taking advantage of them, exploiting all of their errors, but it was a good half out of Infinity.
Yeah, a good recovery too for Denial, winning 3 of the last 4. So otherwise, they would be sinking at that point. So they would be a really, really reliant pistol round. So we got more action coming for you in the second half for the second map between Infinity and Denial. Watch the pro. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Pro League. Denial versus Infinity Map 2 first half is concluded, and look at points, dude. He's got some points up there, 135 ADR, and I have to take a note as well because he had a dry spell in there. It was like the first 4 rounds he was at 12 kills and just single-digit deaths, obviously, like 3 deaths or 2 deaths at that. He was at like upper hundreds, 190, 200, lower 200s ADR at that point. He finally was dissuaded because Denial had been able to put up some good numbers of their own after that. It fizzled out, went back and forth a bit, but we're at 9-6 as we start this next pistol round.
Okay, it does look like Infinity will be heading towards middle now, very quickly taking this wrap. Denial rotating all 3 members over towards the library area from that B, but it will be Infinity making it into the A bomb site.
It's the veggie wrap strat. Vati is able to get Spamsy, but he is taken down. It looks like a 4-4-3
Ooh.
4 for 2 now, it looks like. Tough spot for Infinity to come back from this one, but they are making an effort out of it. Only points. And the bomb's in the lane. He spotted the first and sending down some cover fire. Looks like Link will throw a Molotov as he has been pushed back into the library. But Points is just trying to keep them all at bay as best as he can. Fire off on one angle, look for the next for the peak on the response, and he's doing it perfectly so far. Now having a 1v1 over there towards lane as well. But there's actually 2 players that ended up after he didn't get that first pick against Link. 2 of them were supporting over towards lane. So now 9-7 is Denial are trying to even this game right back out.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what Infinity's game plan there was. They were trying to pinch onto the A bomb site, but they're not able to smoke Moto. They don't smoke off Library. They don't smoke off Arch. So while they're running into the A bomb site, they're just being shot in the back by all the rotations coming over.
Yeah.
Really having no control of any portion of the map that they took. And Denial's able to just simply mow them down. Now moving into this round, we're going to see Denial plenty of SMGs on the field. They should be farming up some economy.
Uh-oh, going up into alt mid was Link. Threw a grenade out, did a little bit of chip damage to 4 players. It landed centric, but it is going to be a Hall's pop. There's a Molotov in front of them. They are going to burn alive. Link says, I'll hold down mouse 1 and just let them rip, transferring from one to the next. Just cruising left, but a beautiful 4K for Link on the anti-eco.
Okay, gun round should be coming in now as Infinity just jumping out those halls, trying to get this round over with. Whatever kills they could get, they would get. But this is the real round for them now. Denial, however, will keep these SMGs in their back pockets. Maybe Link upgrades to an AWP. Maybe he picks up an AUG. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and get an AWP on the field. But I'm interested to see how Infinity approach this round. Are they going to look for quick banana? But it actually looks like they're just going to run a simple default.
Boring.
Default's the best strat in the world, Dallas.
Yeah, well, the AWP doesn't go towards Arch, which is where I would expect it. Instead, the AWP is the opposite side of that. Oh, and he's pulled his angle off just as Spamzy peeks it. It was smoked in the top mid, but Link's off is over there towards the porch. And that's the little crossfire that they'll set up. A very passive crossfire as you would want there at top mid. And Infinity doing as they do, playing a little bit slow. They need to bait out some of the utility from Denial. They need to throw a flashbang. They need to get a smoke and a Molotov in response. They need to do that a couple times.
Yeah, we do see the first smoke being used by Denial towards the top of Banana now. The majority of the Infinity players will be heading over to this portion of the map where we are going to see Sam playing very aggressively on the other end of the smoke while Sickly has a Molotov ready, primed to make something happen.
Those are double mollies, but they're way back. They're expecting the T's to still be at car. Now it's going to be Sickly at the new box. He's got a smoke watching his left side flank, but it's going to get spammed. He's trying to go forward and back in it. Now he's going to try and return fire. It's a knife that comes out from Malbs. He knows he's in there. He'll find him with the stick. And now it's a 3v5. Really awkward spot for Denial. Do they even think about putting that AWP in the presence? Because there's no escape at this point. Cruisin has the flank, and the save call was made, and there is nowhere to go. They have to fight their way through Cruisin. They get the shot, and they run around the corner. Now Link is a man on the run. They could sacrifice another rifle or two. Yeah, they'll pursue this one. They do not cross CT in time to catch him immediately, and it's a difficult thing to chase.
They actually say no to chasing him anymore.
Well, I think even chasing him would be nearly impossible, considering he had a full left side of CT to right side of CT head start on it. So the best way to catch him here would actually be head him off at the pass.
That looks like that's exactly what's going to happen now. As you see Davies on that T side of apartments moving down. Link not anticipating this, but it doesn't even matter as Infinity not being able to find him means that Link will be able to bring this AWP into this round here and hopefully get his team the man advantage right off the bat. I could see him going very quickly towards Banana, maybe even taking that mid pick, but Infinity now are not out of trouble yet. That AWP remaining on the battlefield is something that they're going to have to look out for.
Yeah, that AWP could end up creating rifles for Denial, but it's difficult because that means that those players need to be at positions that are not tradable, at positions that can be reached. Link, though, he gets a smoke from his teammates. That'll help him escape that position. What needs to happen here is he needs to pick off one of these Ts while they're at car and make the rest of the team decide, you know what, we're going to run away from that AWP. Sam A has players out in front of him. That's going to be Points. He takes the skirmish with him, knocks him down to 16 HP, and he's going to be surrounded. Players on all sides. Surprise, surprise, the second player up in the halls. We've seen both teams make great effort of this presence up in these halls regions. That's one rifle created. Points trying to defend it. He's going to pursue in. He's playing the lurk right now. The bomb's still top Banana, and after all that, the CTs actually have some positional advantage. Sam is now in the tunnels to come up from behind.
Yeah, but Points made that call that, hey, I'm letting them buy me. So you're actually going to see Davies now watching his flank. On the other end, Link is still opting towards Coffin here. We're running down the clock as we pass the 50-second mark
It's
on
a
the
B
round.
stack. It's
Yeah.
a B stack with a flanker here.
Well, if Points can actually take down Blue towards this spawn, that's going to throw such a wrench in the plan of Denial, and there it is, the first kill, and Denial's on their toes. They don't know what's happening.
Yeah, and you're not gonna be able to get that AK back, so you really have just the off. Link is able to get one. He's back here in the construction, almost grabs Mobs, but he's still holding the high ground, firing off a shot in passiveness as he still holds a shallow angle. The bomb's been planted, but he is surrounded. He needs a miracle to hold on to this. There is a chance to win this round, considering he still has a kit, but it's gonna be difficult to do this with a weapon like the off.
He's got to pick up this first kill onto Spamsy. Spamsy on a great angle right now, and he's actually going to push into him.
He's gonna,
missing the shot, that's it.
Well played by Spamsy right there. As soon as he heard Link scope in, he knew he was on the close angle, so he just shoulder peeked, wider, wider, till the shot rang out. And Infinity take that round. So they've busted Denial's economy, and they will still be broken up a bit. So they've got pistols, a little bit of armor in here, but they're really saving for the next.
I like that shoulder peek dance you just did.
Shoulder peek, shoulder peek, shoulder peek. It's like a two-step, but you keep two-step, three-step, four-step.
Infinity now with control, back in the driver's seat off of that round as Denial will be going on to the Eco Dallas. A good opportunity for Infinity to take this lead and make it even steeper for Denial. Extend it by 4 rounds.
Easier said than done. I mean, we've
Yeah,
seen
it's been such scary eco rounds, right?
Ecos have been nutty today.
It's almost as if every eco round, Infinity just kind of throws Denial some kills. Hey,
Yeah.
whatever you guys want, we're not going to contest it. If you guys want to flank us, if you guys want to pinch us,
Yep.
go for it.
Well, you've got 3 players close, and then Link is setting up a grenade back at T-spawn. A smoke, I believe, that would land up here, but the
There you go.
CZs. Sure, Points dies to a team's Molotov, but they still haven't cleared out the boost.
What?
Sam is actually up there just reloading the CZ. He says, thank you very much. Nobody's peeked my angle. That was a really sloppy round from Infinity. What happened? You described to me what happened. Do it.
Oh, man, you can see it in my face right now. I'm so just angered at what I just saw. They Molotov spawn, okay, and then they just cross. I mean, there's so much that they could have done differently in that round. Unfortunately, that's the decision they went with, and that's how they're going to have to pay the price. Just simply somebody boosted up, nobody checking that angle, no smoke towards CT, no flashes into the site. It was a rough round there for Infinity.
Eco rounds are foul. So, you're 2 rounds instead of 4 rounds. Big difference maker that eco round was. Good grenade comes in against Sickly, and the grenade utility usage has been rather well spent over here. Sam A has been kind of locked into sandbags right now as his teammate throws a smoke, and they will be able to escape. Those are good trades, though. Throwing a Molotov and getting a CT smoke out this early is pretty good exchange.
2 CT smokes, in fact.
Oh, well then, by all means.
Yeah, they threw one for that early banana aggression, but because Infinity had already beat it, the Molotov started coming in. So that's one of the smokes
they're
that
gonna pop
didn't
flash
end
for
up working.
Spam, or Sam.
That pop flash doesn't give them anything.
Yeah, they're actually not at car, but now Sam is looking to take more fight. Now Davies comes out one at a time. They're going to lose these fights unless they play as a team. Points ends up getting the refrag, but that is a good change right there for Denial. 2-for-1 yard sales. Now they push into the A side after that, and they're going to end up walking into 2-man stack with a 3rd man on a quick rotation that's just now coming in through the library. Blue just needs to stay alive and hold down this lane and prevent them from cleanly getting across this one. So yes, he does just that. He'll sacrifice his life on that last trade, but look at all the work he's done. It was 3v1. There was no chance right there.
Yep, and now Infinity will be on to an eco. Denial the opportunity to tie this game up off of a great force buy, great little eco round themselves, able to take down Infinity. And now it's looking like Denial has retaken that driver's seat, looking confident going into this round as Infinity really only going to have a couple pistols in this buy. Let's see how this one plays out.
Big yikes. For a couple rounds now. I mean, it could have been a world of difference from that eco. That eco has had so far 2 rounds of impact and likely a 3rd, but they are going to rush right through the apartments here. Link hears this coming. He took a good grenade too. They're going to allow all 5 to pass, and he'll be in behind them. Now they just waterfall out of this position. It is a target-rich environment. Get out of the scope. get back into the shoulder firing. They end up making it to where there's no casualties. I like that from Link. He knew what was coming, and there's no sense in fighting that. Don't let it wash over you. Just end up being a flanker on that one anyways. 11 all. 11 all.
Do you think Infinity still have the momentum after that round, Dallas?
After mollying CT? No.
Like, I understand why they mollied CT, because there was that player that was jiggling it, so they wanted to eliminate that angle.
Yeah,
but at the same time, wait for the molly to go out, then throw your smokes and go into the site.
Yeah. And clear out the boost, which they didn't.
Yeah, 3 guys.
He was able to reload a
boost.
CZ up there. Casual reload, reassemble the pistol. So a 11-11, and this second map is underway. This is Denial's pick, if I'm not mistaken. And they're coming alive. In the past 3 rounds have gone their way on the back end of that eco round. So, I mean, you could think about butterfly effect and how much that has as an impact in the future. And really, I felt like, because you said it was going to be likely a 4 rounds lead for Infinity. Instead, it was a 2 rounds lead, and suddenly it's a tie ball game after that.
Okay, Denial now heavy rotating over towards that A bomb site. It does look like Infinity want to wrap onto A right now. We will see Sam A taken down Cruisin' very easily, but the rest of the players making their way into CT now. They're able to cut off that library as Davies does take down Link towards the end of Halls. They're going to keep on going towards Sam, and he's going to keep on fragging. 3 on the round for him.
Yeah, 3.5 as he knocked down Mobs. We got to give him extra credit for that one. And now the bombs in library. That's a bit of a difficult spot. There is an opening for that library player to be a push out towards CT to take a 1v1, but obviously we only know that, and now you know that at home. But he doesn't know which is the safest route. He steps out, and he's looking towards this A site still, which he'll end up in a pretty rapid 1v3. He loses that fight, and Denial have the lead.
Yeah, and what a lead for Denial to take now as we're moving towards the end of this second half. Denial coming alive off of that force by that eco round that was just, I mean, I think that swept everything out of Infinity. I think that they're mentally checked out after that round loss.
Might have mentally checked out of that one. That one's got to be frustrating as well. So they go for a deco. Now, I mean, we keep saying it. They might have mentally checked out, but these eco rounds have been really strong for both sides. I wouldn't doubt it if Infinity somehow have the CSGO gods in their favor. Look at all this utility being dumped into mid, as a matter of fact. Even in top banana, you're given no quarter if you're Infinity. Grenades now going up over the top. Double nade. Sickly got the first. Malbs doing his best, but only getting half damage with the deagle. Not going to be good enough. Sam pushing the issue. He's thirsty. He'll pick up one more, not the second one, so you're able to easily put an eco round. That's how you fight your eco rounds. Together.
Denial getting very aggressive in that round towards middle, towards Banana. You actually called it, that nade very early on. Then Link comes in with that AUG of his. It's a pretty cut and dry round for Denial. But for Infinity now, that'll be buying up into this round. Are they able to actually come back at Denial? Are they able to pick up their 12th round and keep themselves in this game? Or is Denial, like I said, pulling that momentum out of their corner, pulling away in this match, and are they going to be able to take it?
Default setups, a little bit of a head stack here to stay away from the fire and flames that are burning so closely to Malbs and Davies. Though you've just lost your MVP. That was up towards those apartments, it looked like. So, yeah, a pretty aggressive peek from the Opper is rewarded with 1 downrange in the halls. And it's Cruisin' that is next. So he's throwing a smoke, and he will at least show that there are still players over towards this A site. Keep the defense standard, 2-1-2. You have the numbers if you're Infinity right now, and you've got Sam, who's actually pretty far forward. Oh, but what a smoke. I think that's a CT smoke. That's designed to be this way. Designed one-way strategy. Sam gets 2 kills on that idea. Well played. Well executed from Denial.
Yeah, that was a beautiful one-way, giving advantage to that site player, and it was Sam A who actually took that angle off Sickly's smoke. And will look like Infinity are going to keep pressing on towards B right now, but as these rotations come in, it's going to be hard-pressed for them to do anything. Sickly now popping out, finding these final 2 members, and Denial are on to 14. 2 rounds away from taking this one on map 2.
Teamwork is the name of the game on that B site. They you got that first kill over from Link over towards the A side, and then they deal with it by dividing and conquering. There's the first teamwork. You got the one-way setup that Sam A is able to abuse, and then the pop flash comes out from CT spawn, and then you get that next 2 kills. So Denial looking like a much more coordinated team right now, and able to put up some really good numbers as they've won the past 6 in a row, winning 8 of the 10 that have played out in this half.
Okay, now Link with that AWP towards the middle. We're actually going to see Infinity moving towards this A explosion, essentially, as Spamsy makes a little bit of contact with these members towards middle. He's looking to get this smoke off very quickly.
Oh, man,
and here comes the pop flash.
That was super scary. He's going to get the pop flash out over the A site right now. Now they're going to pop out of the halls. Blue is unaffected by this one. Nice strafe to the left side. Put him into the lane quickly. Blue sees no one dropping out. Instead, they've got the angle into the site. The trades are even. It's 3 for 3 right now, but the bomb's still up top, and you still have a player in the pit.
Okay, and now this is where this round becomes actually possible for Infinity to win. Taking down Blue in that big pit allows Davies this anchor position. They don't have any utility, however, while Denial have plenty of it.
They have to throw this bomb out of the pit. I think they've spotted it as well, because Sickly spotted a player in the pit, and if he made eye contact with him, he's going to see that the bomb is down there. He definitely now knows that the bomb is down there. So you could just bide your time if you're Denial right there. Make him make the danger cross.
Well, Sam A's in such a great anchor position now. If Davies overextends even a tad, it should be Sam A ripping his dome off.
Well, see, like Davies can't come off of his rifle anytime soon. Safe plant. Sam A's going to look, and they are absolutely painted into the corner, and here comes the Molotov. Man on the run. There's a 1-for-1 trade. Mobs is able to hold the high ground up here and stay out of the fire, but the heat's rising. Sam A has him pinned in, but Mobs wins the clutch. Wow. 3 kills on the round for Mobs. I cannot believe Infinity are in 2 sticky situations there. You have the bomb in the pit. He has to cross to the site, and then when he does cross to the site, they're both hung up against the wall.
Yeah, that Molotov really made it look like Denial was going to be able to take that round. Infinity with a nice halls pop there. It took a little bit longer for them to take that A site, as Davies, I do believe, ended up picking off that player towards the pit, finally opening up the site. But even in that moment, the retake from Denial, that Molotov into the site, made it look like it was possible. But Mobs, a great 1v1, some great shooting there, and he's able to close it out.
The money is super healthy right now for a couple players on Denial's side. Sickly and Vati both have over 8,000 bucks. They'll be able to buy up into this round as well on top of that. So they're okay. Oh, Link's scoped in, and he double scoped and saw 2 terrorist shoes. And he decides to pop off a shot and run off back towards this lane side. That would allow Blue to be holding at least the arch side, but he's actually wrapping the site going into Moto, and they will swap positions. So a little bit of a shift right now in the guard for Denial.
Okay, Infinity now moving this bomb back towards the bottom of Banana, and Denial, well, they're going to be responding by actually making a judgment call, a little bit of a gamble stack, moving Sam A over towards this arch side now, providing Infinity an opportunity to actually have an isolated 1-man on B, and that's going to be Sickly. Sickly now rotating back over as there was a lull in the round, not too much being done. And as these 5 Infinity members head over towards that B bomb site, are Denial going to be able to hold this one down?
Just smoke CT. Pop flash coming out for Sam, the man that can do it. He's been picked off, shot in the ankles as Spamsy gets the kill against Sickly up there as well. That's the B site down. Denial have enough cash, especially if they want to hold on to these rifles. They can really put a hurting on Infinity into the next round. But there, you could sacrifice 1 rifle here, I think.
They're actually going to be going for this.
They're in a position for it.
They're going to go for this right now. And Mobs towards Banana. If he goes down to Blue Meister.
No, they're saving.
Okay, now they're opting to save. Okay,
yeah,
not a bad idea either. No utility in their back pockets.
No,
so.
they'll be able to get a full buy in the next round. Absolutely no problem. Vati and Sickly, who have 8K, as I mentioned before, will be able to afford into this next round. Almost no questions asked. And Infinity are clawing their way back into this game. A hell of a streak. You lose to an eco round, and you suddenly lose 6 rounds on the back end.
It's wild. It's wild.
It's
just a
really wild.
Complete momentum shift, but it does look like Infinity have recovered just a bit into this round now, gathering their laurels, focusing up again. And let's see if they're able to actually tie this one up, because looking at Denial's money, they've got plenty of it on the field. We're seeing guns getting dropped, but this is going to be fairly this is going to be pretty much it for the Denial side. If they lose this round and we go to 14-14, we'll probably see a force spike come out from Denial, maybe Vati, maybe Sickly drop some pistols, but this is how Infinity get themselves back in the game. This round right here.
Yep. 3 grenades down mid.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness, that stings a lot. Now they come back with a peek as well.
That's a big kill,
now,
though.
Link goes down, but Sickly is out there as well. He was able to pick up 1 kill in addition to that. So actually the health favoring Denial almost twofold, it seems, so far, with Davies being so low and Mobs being at half. Grenades into top banana.
That's a nice nade.
That's going to hurt, but it's your offer, you know?
Oh, through the smoke.
The bomb actually gets tumbled deeper into banana as they were trying to evacuate that position. So you're going to expend a Molotov to recover that bomb now, too.
Okay, so Davies is able to pick it up now. The 3 remaining members on Infinity favoring this middle area here. As we pass the minute mark on the round, it does look like points. Mobs, they'll be the entry men. Davies is on literally 8 HP at this point, and for him, this round is all but over.
Your defense right now is blue in pit.
They can
and
still win this.
Vati on top of the ninja box. So you have 1 man in excess if you're Infinity, and they're choosing to wrap this site. That's where Vati has his crosshair. That's where blue has his crosshair. They have all the right cards in play. They need points to jump out of this out of the apartments and land directly behind blue. That's exactly what needs to happen. Here comes the utility. Easy shot for blue, and the second shot as well for Vati. Played out just as you would have anticipated it, and now points is left alone. 1v4. He too will fall, and Denial find 15.
Okay, Denial now securing that overtime at least at this point, but this is also what we saw, I do believe, going on to Mirage here, where Denial was able to secure it, not able to pull it off. Infinity end up taking it to that overtime, or sorry, Denial end up taking it to that overtime, but Infinity just having the longevity in the match. Here, though, I think this is a little bit different. Denial looking like a complete different beast towards this late second half, and I don't think Infinity's going to be able to do this here, Dallas. We'll just have to find out.
I'm thinking we're playing 30 rounds at least. I wouldn't doubt if we find another overtime. Oh boy, Mobs.
Oh, he's burning.
Oh, Mobs. Don't
oh, look
move.
at this. He's
Don't
found the sweet spot.
He took a little bit of tick damage.
Oh, there you go.
There is no hiding. He was quite literally painted into a corner. And yeah, Davies will be able to pick up that AK. That's good for him going into this round. But look at the utility right now for Infinity. 3 smokes, a single flash. Absolutely dominated on that field. They're also dominated in the firepower field. You've got a Galil, that's your short change shot. And Denial have full setups virtually. Only 1 man short of a kit, and blue could have afforded one at that. So I hope that doesn't come back to bite them. But if it is going to be a B execute, they could manage to pop it off, but they need to come in clean. They can't afford to lose anybody else.
Okay, moving into B now, and that smoke lands right in front of them as they're trying to move into that site. They're going to keep this issue going, though.
The barrel.
Spamsy.
Oh, that almost
Ooh,
that
could have been deadly. That could have been deadly.
Fingernails from Spamsy right there. That one probably passed through the rifle itself. Now they smoke off CT. Sam A should be able to see over top of this one, so if you're the Infinity side, you need to be coming up close, tight to that angle, which would expose you to the offer.
Shot.
Great shot from Spamsy. Now Sam, he needs to be able to hang on to this angle as well. They're looking for the boost. They've been punished by this one before, but it looks like they're resetting. They're going to commit Spamsy to this B site, make him pop off a shot, and they have baited the rotation entirely.
Yeah, all the members of Denial over towards this B bomb site, Dallas, and now Infinity will be walking into A here uncontested, being able to get the bomb down now with 7 seconds on the clock. All 4 members of Denial moving down banana and up mid. They've essentially switched spots with the terrorists, and the CTs are now taking this A site.
Oh, good luck. Points now is watching the back end of this one. Spamsy gets the next shot as well. 2 kills on the round for him, and they've got all these amazing aggressive positions. Spamsy's on the site. You've got support over to the graveyard as well. Davies gets the next 2 kills. There's no way that they end up coming back on that one. Infinity just absolutely out IQ their opponents on that strategy. And it really came down to Spamsy getting the kill in the back of the site, and they had a smoke that was CT, and it was elevated at the point where Sam A couldn't see over the top of it, so he was making this call that I need some help over here.
Yeah, all the members of Denial moving over, and in the meantime, well, Infinity called that audible. They're going to move that bomb back over towards A, and they're going to clean up that round fairly easily. Now, as we move into the final round of regulation, can Infinity make this go to overtime, or is Denial going to close this one out and bring us to a second map? Or a third map, I should say.
Yeah, right. Well, they've got some guns here. Link doesn't have his. Oh, goodness, you can't cross that one with confidence like that. Ay, 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 ay. One man earned advantage to Denial. That it basically washes it out, but I know the CZ could actually be quite powerful. The Famas is in there as well, playing from behind. Infinity decide to now collect themselves for an A strike. They have not been entirely successful on a locked-in defense for Denial on this A site, and in fact, they've got a third player in assistance here.
All right, Link now playing a
CZ.
very tight angle towards this. Doesn't actually get flashed, but Davies gives them a lifeline by TKing points now, and we're into a 3-on-4 here. Infinity, this round is getting more and more difficult for them to close out.
Yeah, Davey takes down the top fragger, except it's your top fragger. Now, they are driving a wedge in between the CT's defense. They're going to take the arch side of this, but look at the push. They're out of the A site, and they're going to end up with the bomb in front of them. Davies, there's the bomb fumbled in. 36 seconds for these two players that are wrapping the A site to catch the CTs, but they both step out together. It's only Malbs left, and it's a 1v4. Almost no chance to cross the site, get into the apartments, and clear it out 1v4. 16-14. On the first map, we go into overtime. In the second map, we hit the end of regulation, but Denial are going to even the score line up.